And so, how does music and photography inspire each other, or have a dialogue, or like how does that fit together?
I think it is quite closely related in a sense. I mean, I guess my teachers in music always told me to think visually when I was playing. And that was always something very strange to me until I kind of realized what they meant. And it's because I think people in general associate so much with what they see. You know, color inspires mood, right? Different shapes and, compositions of things. I think a lot of things evoke feeling in people, whether it's, the way the furniture is arranged in a house, minimalism versus something so extravagant like Baroque art or something. And I think because we're so used to correlating a lot of visual aspects with how we feel, sometimes thinking of things as visual can often, I think, enhance the way you deliver the idea. So if a melody is urgent, you could think, why is it urgent? Like in the context of this, is the rhythmic is the rhythm reminiscent of rain? Is it reminiscent of horse hoofbeats or something? Thinking of these little ideas can start painting kind of an image for your audience, and I think it just makes the sound more effective. So I think thinking of musical ideas as visual kind of actually influenced the photography side too, in the sense that I would approach the idea of color kind of in the same way for storytelling, and approach the idea of atmosphere kind of in a similar sense. Because in music, you have to build atmosphere through sound only, and that might mean piecing together certain notes so carefully so that the sound travels through into the other bars but doesn't overtake maybe more important melodies that are coming in later. So it's all about kind of fine-tuning that degree of control and creating depth in the sound. You could almost say the same for pictures and art and stuff, the sort of different light and dark and little details not trying to take away from the main idea, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's a little abstract, but to me, at least in my head, I think it does make sense.
That's fascinating. It sounds like the method that you use for both are actually quite similar, even though the thing that you're doing is really different.
I think the approach is quite similar too. And I think one thing that also came from the whole music thing that influences my photography is the idea that when you approach a piece, to play it well, you need to understand, or at least try to appreciate, what country it comes from, what time period it comes from. Perhaps if it was relevant, maybe what social class the writer was, the composer was, kind of what was their situation, maybe the context of the piece, if it was influenced by, is it religious, is it secular, and all that stuff. And I think approaching my photography, I think I kind of have a similar route, like if I am doing a specific fairy tale, maybe when does this fairy tale, like what time period does this fairy tale fit in? Or if I bend it to a different time period, how can I adapt these elements? And maybe what specific hairstyles were popular during this time? And then it kind of all has to fit a little bit. So
Thanks so much for tuning in. We would love to hear your thoughts or questions. Please let us know in the comments and review section, and we'll try to cover it in the next sessions. If you enjoyed this content, please share and subscribe for more episodes. For latest updates, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Art Focus Exchanges.